Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your tarot reading for the month of April. So this is going to be a reading for the people born under the Empress card, the Hangman card and the World card. If you do not know what your tarot birth card is, there will be a link in the description box below to the instructional video on how to work it out. Now for this monthly reading, I'm going to be using Andrea Aste's new deck, which is the Book of Shadow, an Alchemist story. I have reviewed this deck a couple of weeks ago. It is truly stunning, so if you want to check out the actual deck and maybe get it for yourself, there'll be a link to the review in the description box below too. Now, as always, for the monthly spread, I have split my deck into 3 piles. You have the major arcana here for the energy for the month. We have the court cards here, which is how you're advised to show up to maximize the energy. And then we have the minor arcana here to delve in your message. So if you would like to connect to the energies of this reading and of the deck, now is the time to take a couple of deep breaths whilst I shuffle the cards. So what do my Aquarians born under the Empress card, the Hangman and the World card needs to hear for their highest good for April, please? What is the main energy? So for you we have the beautiful energy of the star. Now I will obviously go into depth with the meaning of the cards when they're all out. What court card are they advised to embody this month, please? And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Let's delve into your messages. So what do my Aquarians need to hear for their highest good, please? We have the 5 of Coins, the 10 of Swords, and the Mirror in the Mirror, which is a card that's been added to the deck. We have 2 extra cards in this deck, and I will obviously explain to you what it means in a minute. 7 of Cups. Oh, sorry, let me just move things up because I want you to be able to see the cards. Yeah. The 9 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords. The bottom of the deck, which is the energy that's at work that you may or may not be aware of, but that's steering you towards something, is the 4 of Cups. Okay, let me rearrange this. This is looking messy and I don't like messy. Okay. So your energy for the month is the energy of the star. Now the star is the beautiful energy of healing and hope. So if you've been feeling like things have been challenging and difficult for you, whether we're talking about a relationship or at work or, you know, having doubts, something to do with your deeply held beliefs, anything like that, if you feel that things have been difficult for you, the star is here as a message from your spirit team, whether it is God, the universe, spirit, the angels, your ancestors, or any deity you pray to. But this is a card that says to you that you are being protected and guided, okay? This is a beautiful energy of, you know, have hope, have faith. You're being guided into something that's going to be much better for you, and there will be healing coming your way. So I can see from the cards that, yeah, it's not been easy. You've been through it. I can see just by looking at it. And the advice from your spirit team, in order to maximize the energy of the star, of you know, the healing process that's going to start, and you know, regaining hope, is to embody the characteristic of the Queen of Swords. Now I do mean the characteristic, not gender attached. Swords has to do with your mental body, so it's to do with your thoughts, your knowledge, how you view your experiences, how you analyze things, how you communicate as well. Now the Queens always represents patience and understanding in the suit. The Queen of Swords is somebody who has clarity. They now understand a situation, and they've gained that clarity by looking at things from a factual point of view, not being ruled by their feelings or their passion, and just being, looking at things in the cold light of day, really, and then making a decision, seeing what's working and what's no longer working for them. And this is a court card that's very fair and really well balanced. This is not somebody who's going to make a rash decision. This is something that's based on fact and reflection. That's how you gain the clarity and the confidence to then do whatever is required. So that's, what you are advised to do in the months to come. We have the Five of Coins with the Seven of Cups. So the fives and the sevens are two kind of disruptive energy. Five is disruptive. Seven is what stops the harmony brought about by the number 6 and pushes you forward again. To me, 7 is analysis, it's evaluation, it's looking at what's happened before and gaining the experience from it, gaining that knowledge, and then getting the impetus to start something else. So because we have the water element here, which is emotions and feelings, the Seven of Cups talks about looking at your options, your possibilities, and feeling very overwhelmed by it, because sometimes when we have too many choices, it's overwhelming. What if we make the wrong decision? What if we regret it? So it's that kind of energy. And the Five of Coins talks about a change in your physical realm, because the coins is earth energy, so it talks about everything that's to do with your day-to-day life. So it can be to do with your work, with your business, it can be to do with your home life, your financial assets. But the Five of Coins talks about a change, and it could be a challenge if you go against the grain. So there is a feeling of overwhelm, what to do in order to spring about from this change that's going on. And we have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords. So this is very heavy mental energy, but it's also the end of it. Because the 10 represents completion in the suit. So the swords, as I've explained, the Queen of Swords are to do with your thoughts and truths and communication. The Ten of Swords, to me, is the ultimate relief. It's the weight that's lifted off your shoulder because you come to a point of acceptance. And when we come to a point of acceptance of what is, this is when we release it, we let it go, and then we are free. Because I can see there's been a lot of mental anxiety and worry and fears even for some of you. And the card is very strong in today's reading. I'm really sensing a lot of preoccupations and anxiety coming. Not being able to think of anything else. And this is a very challenging card which calls you to be courageous. Because when you're up in your head like that, all you see is the negative thoughts, and we have a tendency to then focus on them, which obviously is not good, because ultimately what you focus on will manifest in your world. So this is the card of being courageous, facing those thoughts, and then releasing them, which is what the Ten of Swords is, to get that weight off your shoulder and just accept that it happened because it had to happen. Now, I always say that to people, that things happen for us, not to us. Whatever this is that's challenged you, or is challenging you currently, or recently challenged you, time is fluid depending on your circumstances, you need to let it go, you need to release it, because that's the key for you to move forward. Until you do that, you're going to stay in that overwhelming feeling of not being sure of where to go. And I see that because we've got the Mirror in the Mirror, which is this card that's been added to the deck. Now, I use it because I think it's very handy. This is the card that basically says that you need to meditate or detach yourself from something because you're seeing illusions and, the reflection of a reflection in a reflection, if that makes sense. So you can't get the answer that you're looking for, because it's like a maze in your head, and you really need to distance yourself. That's why you are advised by your spirit team to embody the quality of the Queen of Swords. They have clarity, they detach themselves, they look at things from a very factual point of view, and then they can move on. And until you do so, you're not going to be able to gain the lessons from this experience, which is what the Six of Swords represents. The Six is harmony after having overcome any kind of disruption or challenge. So with the Six of Swords, you reflect on what's happened, you understand why it has happened, which means you can turn your back on it, and you can then focus on the future and be more positive about it, because you've gained that understanding, which is why you need to act like the Queen of Swords. This is the card that will free you from you know, the mirror in the mirror, or the Nine of Swords energy, you know, being all up in your head. This is what will help you. As I said to you, the star is here to guide you, to show you the way. You also have this ship that's going towards the right, towards the future. This is all to do with you releasing something that's happened, or, you know, just happened or about to happen, and not allowing it to get into your head and grab you and, you know, go down the rabbit hole. Because really the reading is saying that there are lessons to be learned from that, but you need to gain clarity and then take action. Cut what no longer serves you, turn your back on it, basically, so that you can get that Six of Swords. The Queen of Swords will cut what no longer serves her, because she knows what she's learned from it, and now she can move on to something else. And here we have the Four of Cups, which is emotional stability. The Four is strong foundation, stability. Think about buildings and furniture, you know, four corners. It's emotional stability. Now, yes, sometimes this card talks about feeling a bit bored and so on, but it really is about being emotionally stable. Now, on this card, you may also see that the person is closed off to an offer, and I see this as you needing to open up as well, because I'm feeling resistance towards whatever it is that you need to release and let go of. I'm feeling that your guard is up, and I'm going to say it. That's not how I would say it, but that's what I'm hearing, so I will say it. You need to feel the pain. That's what's coming out of my mouth. There's someone out there. You need to feel the pain, and if you block it, because to me sometimes the Four of Cups can represent a closed heart chakra. You know, like, I don't want to be hurt, so I'm just not going to take a risk. And if you block that, you're not going to be able to get to the Ten of Swords energy, where you release it, and you're not going to be able to move forward with the Six of Swords. So that's pretty much what I'm getting. So I'm going to grab a final message for you to close out your reading. So can we have a final message for my Aquarians, please? It is part of your growth. You know, you are ruled by number 3, which is the number of growth and expansion and evolution. And this experience, whatever this change in your physical world is with the Five of Coins, it's meant to happen for a reason. It's something that needs to be experienced, released, so that you can then move on and grow from it. But you do need to be like the Queen of Swords, you know, be very factual about this. And fair. Okay, this card wants to be picked. Yes, you see, Ten of Wands, another end of a cycle. The Ten of Wands appears when you have done the work, you have given a lot of yourself with a lot of passion, and you successfully drop your 10 Wands, okay? I find it a little bit disheartening that this card gets a bad reputation, because yes, it is a card of feeling exhausted, which could also be burnout, but it could be spiritual burnout, emotional burnout, physical burnout, whatever the case may be. But you've not given up. You have actually successfully brought with you your 10 Wands to where you want it to be, okay? This is the town there. She's heading there. So although this is very tiring and very difficult, this is a card that says you have done it. You've gone full circle. You've learned the lessons. You've acquired the knowledge that you needed, and now it's time to drop it. Okay, there is a lot of, you know, release, drop, you know, just don't get all blocked off like that. It's time to let go of something to start the healing process, which I'm getting very strongly here in this message. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey through the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a wonderful month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.